Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are back at my favorite little creek for another flooded creek trout fishing adventure. But in today's video, we are here in the afternoon after a big old late summer thunderstorm. And as you can see, that water's up and murky, but this creek was just stocked this morning, and the report was they put in some absolute giant fish. We're going to fish the old hole dreams are made of here. Always produces and tends to hold them. So we're going to slide on in here with our Fenwick Eagle rod, some 6-pound fluorocarbon line, spooled up onto that Pfluger President, and our tried and true black creek bug to start out with. So let's go ahead and slide in here, get to position, and just see if we can make something happen. Wow, everyone, this creek must have shot up several inches. Much deeper than when we typically come down into this run. But we're going to give it a shot anyways. With freshly stocked fish in here, and some having potential of being massive, it's hard to not want to come in and give it a shot. So we're going to go on ahead and make our first cast here. Jig that old creek bug back. I'm sure that a majority of those fish that were stocked are still hanging out in here with the water coming up and all murky. It may even have them feeding on small organisms going by, or it may have them with the lockjaw. We're going to have to experiment around and just see what tends to work the best for us, but we're not going to waste any time here. We're going to go ahead and start wetting that line, see what we can come up with. Fish number one. That did not take long at all. Oh, quick release on that one. That's all right. Bite number one. We will take it, everyone. May just be a little bit of a tip that we need from these fish to know where they are. Flipped it right over there in this little channel. It cuts off nice and deep. And I feel like it's a safe place for these fish to hide. So we'll keep flipping it in there. Fish number two. Looks like we have found them. Now we've just got to get one of them big ones to eat. See if we can get this little beauty here into the net. Beautiful little brook trout. There we go. First fish we had bite was a good sized rainbow, about 14 inches. This is a little 12-inch brookie here. Got that line wrapped around the gill. That creek bug right where you want to see it. Quick pop loose. Fish number one, beautiful brookie, everyone. We'll let that little puppy slide right on out of here. There we go. All right. So it seems like these conditions have got these fish right in a spot that they should be in. There's a big old trough that's been cut out over rising water over the years, right here in front of me. And it's a good spot for these fish just to kind of hunker down, feed on anything that may be coming through. Let's just make another cast in there and see what happens. Ooh, bite immediately right there. Might have to change out our barbless hook for a barbed hook, but we're going to keep at it for a few minutes. I like to get those fish released, especially in these rougher conditions, but if we have to, we'll put that barbed hook back on, because that's 3 fish already to spit that hook. There was another. Got him. Big one. Exactly what we was after, everyone. Wow, that did not take long at all. Did not take long at all on our monster hunt to find what we were looking for. Oh yeah, big old fish, everyone. What have we got here? It looked like a big old brookie when it came to the surface there. That's exactly what it is. Big old monster brook trout, everyone. There we go. We got him in the net. Heck yeah, everyone. Came out here, even with the threat of rain, decided to do a little bit of afternoon fishing in hopes of finding some of these guys right here. Was told by a good buddy that this creek just received some monsters this morning. So I decided to slide on in. There you go. Absolute giant one right there, everyone. Big old male brook trout, about 2.5 pounds. Beautiful fish. Let's let him slide on back in the creek. Happy and healthy. There we go. Found those fish potted up. Knew the lure we was going to need. That old trusty black creek bug. And it didn't take long, everyone, and we got it done. Heck yes. Wow, everyone. Check on that old creek bug. Still looking good. Hard to believe our second fish of the day is the exact fish we were targeting. I guess when you know what you're looking for and you can kind of judge where the fish are, you can definitely reap those rewards. Just so happens I've got a lot of experience in this run right here, and I just kind of figured that they would be tucked in to this tight little run right here, feeding on anything that comes by, and that big brookie was laying in there ready to feed for us. Absolutely awesome, everyone. We're going to keep fishing. I'm sure there's more than just the one in here from what I've been told, so we're going to go on ahead, fish it nice and slow, see if we can't do that again. Another one. There we go. Wow, they are just stacked in there. Absolutely wrecking that old creek bug for us. Looks like a beautiful rainbow right there. There we go. Fish number 3 of the day. Already completed our monster challenge. Now here we are with another beautiful fish right here, everyone. Beautiful little rainbow this time. Let's let him take off out of the net. Pull our hook out of the bottom. We'll go on ahead and drop him back in there again, everyone. Heck yeah. Another one. Giant one again, everyone. No way. No way. Oh my goodness. Pull and drag. We have found these fish stacked up tight. I mean, another massive brook trout, everyone. Unbelievable. Oh, come up here to our feet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, another good one. This one's even bigger than the last one. See if we can get this one in the net. There we go, everyone. Wow. This one right here is an absolute giant one. Unbelievable. Looks like it's got a bit of a wrap going on. We're going ahead and grab that old creek bug out of there really quickly, though. There we go. Slide that out of the net. Check out that fish, everyone. Back-to-back giant fish. Unbelievable. Wow. I am so blessed to be out here. Although I thought about staying at home, am I ever glad I came. That right there is a fish of a lifetime to a lot of anglers. Wow, what a stud. That one there was probably pushing 3, maybe 3.5 pounds. And for a brook trout, that's about as big as they come, everyone, especially in our area. Heck yeah. Made several follow-up casts into this same little trough. So I'm just going to slowly work my way down. I feel like those 2 bigger fish coming out of there may have spooked the others. Really not quite sure. They still could be there. I'm just ignoring that creek bug after seeing a couple of their buddies getting pulled out. But I want to go on ahead and slide down. Another thing that I look for in muddy and murky conditions, especially when the water is just rising and getting to be a little bit murky within just a few hours of that happening, is I like to fish the very end of a run, right where rapids will begin. And if you look just below us, right down here, we've got a bit of a rapid wall where it just falls off and those rapids start to pick up. And what will happen a lot of times is the fish will kind of get disoriented with the murky water. They're really not sure where to go. And they'll go straight to the end of a run, right to where a fall off is, and they'll just hang out. They don't want to fall off the edge, a fear of not knowing what's on the other side. So you might just be able to slide down here and get these fish grouped up like they were in the mouth of that trough back there. No guarantees, but it's certainly something worth trying, especially in these conditions. There we go. There we go. Absolutely textbook, everyone. right where it's supposed to be, and that feels like another whopper. Oh yeah, pull and drag. What have we got this time, everyone? Oh, that looks like the spots of a brown trout right there. Wow. I mean, a stud too, everyone. Oh yeah, big old brown trout. See if we can get that beauty in the net. Oh, not ready yet. Wow, good sized fish right there, everyone. There we go. Trout trifecta on a dreary flooded day. Wow, an absolute stud, guys. This is about the same size of those brookies. Now for brown trout here in Virginia, this isn't considered a trophy by any means, but a beautiful fish nonetheless. Check out the colors on that one. Big old beautiful brown trout. Let's let her go. Take off out of here, girl. Wow, everyone, hanging out right here at our feet. Just like I mentioned there earlier, coming down here to where these rapids begin to fall off, thinking those fish may have slid down here, and sure enough, right where he was supposed to be, textbook catch. We will take it, everyone. Heck yes. Oh, had one rise plumb out of the water for the creek bug right there. Looked like a wildie almost. Unbelievable. What a cool thing to have happen. As soon as that creek bug come out of the water, it came right behind it like a little shark. Alright, everyone. I think I'm going to call an audible. The bite has begun to slow. It was super hot and heavy there for a little while, and those fish were feeding on everything that came by, and there's no question about that. But I'm thinking, let's go on ahead, pop on the old yellow creek bug here. It has been a lights out color here recently, for reasons not really known. Let's go on ahead and make a couple follow-up casts in here, and I'm thinking we're going to move further downstream. I know of another location that should be holding some. It was recently stocked, and it sets up much like this one. Oh wow, on the very first cast. But it sets up much like this one, where the fish really do kind of get pinched in a specific area. We should be able to take advantage of that. But wow, let's drop that creek bug back in there again. That was the very first cast with that yellow color. Somebody came over and crunched it. Got him. Another big one. Wow, everyone. Definitely quality over quantity today. What have we got this time? I don't know, but it feels heavy. Wow. Another big old brown trout, everyone. Wow. Switched up to that yellow color and bam. Oh my goodness. Another good brown trout. Wow, the colors and the spots on this fish are just second to none. Look at that. There we go. Quickly pop that hook out of there. Look at that brown trout, everyone. Beautiful male. Got that hook jaw. Beautiful. Unbelievable. Another 2-pound size fish. Out of some extremely rough conditions that most people just simply wouldn't come out and fish in. And we are getting it done, everyone. Got some sprinkles falling in overhead. I knew that rain was going to make its way in. A quick color change, and we got ourselves another whopper, everyone. Heck yeah. Alright, everyone. We have made a ton of follow-up casts. And while I was fishing along, I thought of something that I haven't done in about a year. And the last time that this pattern worked, we was here in this very spot. And that is a duo of 10mm little stinkers on a trout magnet jig head. Ideally gold, but I've already got the black rigged up, so we're just going to go with it. And we're going to pop on a float and drift this thing. I've got a pretty strong feeling that this right here is going to call out those rainbow trout. Fish that are more willing to feed on things that are kind of unnatural, but scented up, has a nice scent. We should be able to get those fish fired up and willing to feed. So we're going to guess on our separation right there with the creek being up a little bit. I'm going to say that's probably about right. We're going to drop it in there and just let it slowly drift by. We'll mess with that separation as need be. There was our first nibble right there. It did not take long at all. There we go, fish on right there. Looks like a beautiful little rainbow. It may be small, but that does complete our second trout trifecta of the day. We've caught 2 brooks, 2 browns, and 2 rainbows, all on our NRV baits. And this right here is our second little rainbow of the day. Just a beautiful little guy, but we'll take him nonetheless. As you can see, that rain's beginning to fall. So I'd say our numbers are going to begin to fall as well, as we're going to have to cut out of here shortly. But we'll go on ahead and drop that duo of little stinkers back in. See if we can't get ourselves 1 or 2 more. There we go, another fish on. Looks like another little rainbow. Exactly what I was expecting to find on those little stinkers. Definitely not a monster, but that's okay. We can be fortunate enough to catch ourselves 1 more brown trout to go along with this little rainbow, and we would have completed our triple trout slam for today. But we will take our blessings as they come, and we'll take anything that's willing to bite. I have noticed, just by standing here over the last 45 minutes or so since arriving, that this creek is steadily coming up. So that means there's some severe storms further upstream. Still got my eye on the creek. Do not want to be out here during a flash flood, so we're going to cross our fingers in hopes that doesn't happen and keep on fishing and see what we can do until then. Well, everyone, it looks like we have caught what is willing to feed. This creek is still coming up. As you can see, there's all kinds of debris floating down the creek here, so I think it's time we hike our waders up as high as we can get them and plan our escape out of here. This creek has been super good to us so far today. I mean, what a blessing and a half we have found out here. Catching these beautiful big trout, one after the other. Completing that awesome trout slam. That's always our goal. But now it's time to feel our way out of here, nice and slow, in these super high waters. Jigging that old creek bug, as we always do. And I think we're going to go on ahead and plan on fishing a location so that we can stand on the bank as this creek is still coming up. We don't want to find ourselves stuck. We're nearly over our waders right now, so let's go ahead and pack it in. And let's just see what else we can make happen. Well, everyone, we slid on down the creek in hopes of finding some greener pastures. And as you can see, a little bit of sun decided to peek through. But that rain decided to pick back up. As much as I enjoy fishing in the rain, it's not very friendly to the old GoPro. And we don't want to tear up our camera, so we're going to go on ahead and call it a day now. But I've had an absolute ton of fun coming out here, trying our best on a little bit of a flooded day, throwing around that old creek bug. We were lucky enough at stop number 1 to catch 4 monster-sized fish, 2 brooks and 2 browns. We even got a couple of those little rainbows to complete those Virginia trout slams. So all in all, an absolute blessing of a day to be out here. Although the conditions weren't perfect, the fish were willing to feed and we had an absolute blast. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. And as always, drop me a comment down below. Every comment really does help out the channel, and I do my best to reply to each and every one of them. And if you would like to get your hands on some of those creek bugs used in today's video to catch all of those monster sized fish, all you got to do is click that very first link down there in the description. It'll take you straight to my website. And be sure to use code YouTube10 to save 10% off any order $25 or more. But get out there if you can, everyone, and do yourself some fishing and have some fun. But most importantly, be safe and tight lines. And don't let those conditions scare you. Those monsters bite when the conditions are right.